Yo, guys, it's the kid. It's the kid. It's the kid. Where's my thingy? We're in, man. We're in, man. So, guys, this is gonna be a nice little preview of the games. Talk about the latest things happening in the whole footballing world. So, this is really just like a nice chill out Friday session, pretty much. So, I mean, it's back. Let's just cut the crap. It's back. Football is back. I appreciate the international break. Yes, Nigeria beats Egypt, but that was a friendly. I don't care about friendlies, or I care about the Nations Cup. Friendlies means zero. Beat them in the Nations Cup, and then we can talk. So we are here, and on the agenda, yeah, football is back. On the agenda, City. How much are they going to beat Fulham by? The quadruple. My main preview, the biggest game I believe has to be the Liverpool game. So the main preview that will go up tomorrow, but we're still going to discuss it here. We're going to talk top four. My homeboy forward put up like a Premier League kind of predictor thing. We had Man City winning, Liverpool 2 points behind, Tottenham out. So I really want to get your thoughts on the whole top four. Barcelona back in the mix. They'll be playing against Espanyol. Bundesliga, who do we have? So Serie A on Saturday is Juve, Empoli, Sampdoria, AC Milan. It's going to be a pretty good game. Bundesliga, Dortmund, Wolfsburg. We'll be playing Wolfsburg, Leipzig, Hertha Berlin. Sunday, you're going to have... Wait, when do Bayern play? Oh, Freiburg at home to Bayern. So the state of play right now. Oh, super malt. Guys, one of the best drinks in the world. This, along with Malta Guinness, one of the best drinks in the world. Super malt, cut the check. Cut the flipping check, super malt. Oh, quality. Guys, that's quality. That is quality. I'm not gonna lie, that's real. That is realistic. That's realistic. So I think before we really look at the games and everything, the biggest story, I believe, of this weekend, something that I feel I should have addressed. I was going to do it in video form, but I think this is a good thing to have a discussion here. Solskjaer, he's been appointed the manager of Man United full-time. It's happened. It's had to happen. But this is why I like ESPN FC. Because I think the narrative throughout that you see in most media places, oh my God, this is great. Solskjaer, it's such a good thing that they finally hired him and everything. But ESPN FC is interesting because, I don't know, maybe it's because they're in America, they just have a different outlook. Craig Bowley did raise a very interesting point. Now, let's be real. He deserved the job. He deserved that job. Well, I beg, I did drink super malt. I know if he gets super malt, okay? I know if he gets some. I did drink this one super malt. I beg. Kushe. Solskjaer. See, Bowley's point was this is bad because United should be going for a top tier manager, i.e., Pochettino or so forth, because he says to himself that if United wants to reach the top, you need a top tier manager. And that's a great point. Solskjaer has done well. Solskjaer will not take United back to the very top. I don't believe that. I don't believe that we are seeing the possibility of a great manager in the making. You know, and that's not to deny him or to say anything against him. Oh, sorry. That's just my view. I just don't believe that we're going to be seeing that. You know, I just believe that we don't know because the new manager bounce is gone. The new manager bounce is gone. So now, as it's coming in, it's not going to be real. It's not going to get very real. It's like, now, what can you now really do to really prove thyself? But it gets complex here. Because as much as Ball is right, Solskjaer ain't a top 10 manager. He's not as good as Pochettino, he's not as good as Pep. You don't put him among the elites. And the chance of him making United a Premier League winner or a Champions League winner are very slim based on the fact that he's not a top 10 manager. Before Louis van Gaal took over the United job, would anybody deny that he was an elite? 1995 Champions League winner with Ajax, reached the 1996 final as well and only lost on penalties. And we also saw how well he did with Holland in that 2014 World Cup. Would anybody deny that he was a top team manager? Before Mourinho took over United, would you deny that he was not a top tier manager based on the work that he did with Inter Milan and so forth? And Real Madrid. Would you deny that? You wouldn't deny that. But they failed. You get Pochettino, that's a risk. That's right. Let me just quickly answer this super chat right here. So from Armchair Critic, thank you very much for your super chats. From Armchair Critic, Cristiano candidates for Horseman if Juve win the Champions League? No. You need to win a World Cup to win the Champions League. Great achievements, I would appreciate it, but the minimum requirements for winning a Champions, the minimum requirements of being for being considered for a Horseman is to win a World Cup. That will never change. But maybe I might be open for consideration. So back to the whole Solskjaer thing. Van Gaal, Mourinho, before they took over, these were top 10 managers and they failed. How are we so sure that Pochettino comes in and he isn't the next failure? Because Craig Bolly's point was, gosh, look at how well he's done with Tottenham. If I was in that ESPN FC studio, I would say, Bolly, look at how well Moyes did with Everton. Because I was looking back at previous seasons and everything. There's a point where Everton finished above Liverpool, where Everton, I believe, they finished 4th and Liverpool 5th. Like, Moyes did amazingly well with Everton. And Everton are not as big, or they don't have the kind of money that your boys, what are they called? Tottenham have. Look at how well he did, and look at what happened with Moyes. So with the whole Solskjaer thing is, you had to accept it. You had to just accept that homeboy deserved the role. You had to just fully accept that homeboy, deserved that role. Oopsies. No. Later. Now, do I think he will be a success? I don't think he will be a great success. But I do have a chance of, but I do believe that he has a chance of maybe competing. I don't believe Solskjaer wins the Premier League. As long as Pep is in the Premier League, Solskjaer will not win the Premier League with Man United. If Pep leaves and he gets his target, I believe there's a chance. Will he ever win the Champions League with Man United? No. I just think that Real Madrid, Barcelona, with what they have and their clout, I just think those are juggernauts that United just don't have the capability of ever beating over 2 legs or in a one-off game. But again, we just have to see what happens, So going into this weekend, as we have it right now, the state of play. The state of play is this. Syria is a done deal. So forget about that. Syria is a done deal. Juve are just repping themselves up for the Champions League. Bundesliga, exciting. Bayern Munich, Dortmund put on level points. Dortmund are not winning the Bundesliga. They screwed up. That's not happening. Bayern Munich will end up winning the Bundesliga. But I asked Bayern this. Who cares? As harsh as that may sound, if they win the Bundesliga, all I'll say is, bro, who cares? Who cares? Winning the Bundesliga will not, I repeat, will not wipe away the disgust and the embarrassment of that crap they pulled. Of that crap they pulled against homeboy. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's all about the Premier League right now. And look, they have a chance. Liverpool have a chance. I just believe that Man City, in the position they're in right now, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the only tough game that City have is Man United. I believe that is only their, I believe that is their toughest game. So if they ride that, I think they've already played the their toughest games already. So, and let me tell you right now, that Chelsea game we'll get to the Tottenham game, because that Tottenham game for Liverpool is going to be tricky. Because look, man, because I think someone tweeted to me, I think a Liverpool fan tweeted me and said, yo, you realize that Tottenham have never won at Anfield. I get it. I know. First of all, records are there to be broken. Nothing lasts forever. That's the first thing. And a draw does not help Liverpool at all. If City win and Liverpool drop points, that doesn't help them. So you can be like, hey, well, Tottenham didn't beat us, but you dropped points yet again, and that gap increases. If City, because City are baptizing Fulham. Let's be real. City are baptizing, pillaging, and sacrificing Fulham. They're going to destroy them. I'm looking at 6 or 7. I'm looking at minimum 6 or 7. Serge is getting 2 goals. Serge is getting 2 Gs. Sterling's getting 1 or 2 Gs. I think Sterling gets 2 Gs. Serge is getting 2 Gs minimum. So that's only 4 in the back. So like they're getting pillaged. Those guys are getting fully 1000% pillaged. So it is what it is. I mean, no disrespect. That's just me being real there. So, all right. So sorry. Super chat here. Super chat. Remember, guys, if you want me to answer your question immediately and give you a shout out, use the super chat, because there are a lot of comments around. The way I can see it fully and read it out. So if you really need me to answer a question, use the super chat, so I will see it and I can respond to it. So Armchair Critic with the super chats, and thank you very much for the super chats. Very much appreciated. Whom would you want to win the Champions League? Who do I? So this is not who I think will win, because I know who I think will win the Champions League. I'm not going to reveal that. But who do I want to win it? It's really easy. 1000%. Let me take you down memory lane, Mr. Armchair Critic. One of my earliest football memories, young Nigerian boy living in Lagos, Nigeria. One of my earliest football memories was seeing Ajax win the Champions League. And as a Nigerian and as Nigerians, what was so proud was seeing Finidi George and Kanu Nwankwo in that team. And people understand, it was a big deal, Ajax winning that Champions League, based on how ridiculously young that team was. Because you hear the names of Seedorf, Kluivert, Davids, the De Boer brothers, Van der Sar, but these guys were extremely young. They had no business winning that. So I remember one of the first few football jerseys I had growing up was the Ajax jersey. And the Ajax jersey, ask any old school football guy, the Ajax jersey is one of the most iconic jerseys in the world. I think that it would be an incredible footballing story. An incredible footballing story if Ajax were to win the Champions League. Because, you see, that's why you mess me up now. Because this happens, like anytime I really want something, it doesn't happen. It would be amazing. I would be beyond happy if these prospects that nobody gave a chance to were to go all the way and to win the Champions League. And these guys were to emulate what the boys in 95 did. Because what those boys did in 95, nobody knew about them. They were young guys on the up and coming. And after that, they made a name for themselves, but nobody knew them. So if Ajax were to win it, there is no better footballing story than Ajax winning the Champions League. So 100%, I would love for Ajax to win the Champions League. But I'm a realist. I'm a pessimist and I'm a realist. Ajax don't. Ajax have a 0% chance of winning the Champions League. They not beat Ajax are not beating Juventus. It's not happening. So we can say we can hope all we want and be like, ah, blah, we'll get behind them. And don't give me another crap of like, oh guys, anything can happen in football. Football is this. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up without optimistic crap. Ajax not beating Juventus over 2 legs. It's not happening. They're done. They're going to get beat. And I've accepted it. Hence why I'm cool with it. So even if I think it would be amazing to see Ajax win, I'm already accepted that they will. So see, what would piss me off more is if I had a hope. Like those clowns, PSG. I needed the Prodigy to win the Champions League for my agenda. I needed it for my agenda, for my narrative, because I needed it to make threads. Because if the Prodigy had won the Champions League this year, I would literally have threads constantly on Twitter, and literally nobody would be able to say anything to me. It would be the perfect thing to fit my agenda. But because of that loser Neymar, my agenda got ruined. Because of that loser Neymar, that loser Tuchel, and that complete class A break Buffon, my agenda got messed up. So thanks a lot, dudes. So yeah, to answer your question, long-winded, Ajax, that's the team that I want to win. And the team that will win the Champions League will be... I'll keep that sort of next. So, let me ask you this now. United Watford. Do you feel... Because this is another very good point that Craig Bolly raised. With Solskjaer now the manager, it's now real. This is no more like, hey, the new guy, will he win the job? Does he deserve the job? You now have the job now. So all that new stuff is gone. Do you think it will affect them against Watford? This is a tough game. That's what I'm going to say. Do you see United doing anything against them? Do you think Watford will beat them now because Solskjaer has been hired? Hey, easy. You should always get a meal, bro. You should always get a meal. You should always get a meal. But remember, guys, Watford are actually in the semi-final, though. So, actually, you know what? I mean, I think I'll leave transfers till last. I am worried about this United-Watford game because I do believe that United are definitely favourites, but let's just be real. Wolves are great. I still say pound for pound, Wolves are the 4th best team in the Premier League. Pound for pound, if you understand what I mean by that. But they got bodied. Like, Wolves destroyed those dudes for 90 minutes. Absolutely destroyed them. But my fear is by them getting so badly destroyed and bodied by Watford, is this going to affect them going forward? That's my fear. So, but we just have to wait and see. But I think it is very important that Solskjaer wins this game. Because if he was to lose this game after being appointed, I think that would really affect them in getting top 4 for this season. Saswat Pani, thank you very much for your super chat, man. Much obliged. How do you rate Bond and Bond series? All right. Interesting. Well, for me, I've only seen the first 2 Bond films. The thing about Bond is this. I like and I appreciate the very advanced, creative, and unique original fight style and the way that they shoot action. And very similar to The Matrix, people really copied that whole shaky cam concept of the fight scenes that Bond pretty much gave birth to. I'm not a big fan of homeboy. What's his name? What's the name of the actor? Oh God, why am I? Matt Damon. I'm not a huge fan of Matt. I'm just, he's a decent actor, but I'm not a huge fan of him. So I think that he just he did a good job, but I'm just not a fan of his. And I believe that maybe a much more intense actor could have done well. You know what? I feel that because the character was so restrained, which didn't call for much acting, I would have actually picked Scott Adkins to be in the role. And if you don't know who Scott Adkins is, just YouTube Scott Adkins and look at some of the stuff this guy can do. He's one of the most dynamic martial artists in the world. Some of the stuff that this guy can do will blow your flipping mind. And as for James Bond, you see, my favorite James Bond is Sean Connery. I was never the biggest James Bond fan, but I think in Nigeria, growing up in Nigeria, we always had the Bond films. So I've seen a lot of the Bond films because we just grew up with it, with that whole thing. But I feel James Bond is restrained by the whole, oh, yes, mom, queen for king and country, all that. So it's very restrained by that whole king, queen, blah, 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 blah. But I believe that the best James Bond film is Goldfinger. But the best made film, not necessarily best Bond film, but just the best film is Skyfall. Like Skyfall is just a quality film. And I feel that what Sam Mendes and Daniel Craig brought to James Bond is where Bond needs to go. Like Bond needs to really be a proper special agent. Let go of this whole, yes, Britain, let's all go off that crap, for Queen and Country now. That's forget that. Make him a modernized, dangerous special agent. And I think if you do that, I think that is what's going to make Bond interesting. And what is very interesting is, I don't know how much this is true, Danny Boyle was supposed to direct the coming Bond film. Now, this is only rumor, but I heard that he wanted to kill James Bond. And I think for Boyle, that look, we have to do something drastic, something new, and something interesting. And I think in his mind, he was like, look, I'm coming in here with something new, something interesting, and let's make it happen. So that's that's what he wanted to do. So it doesn't mind my views on that. So if I was to say between Bond and Bond, I'll definitely go for Bond over Bond. That's what I would ride with, man. So that's why I think United against Watford, big game. Very important game for Solskjaer. If he loses this, I think United are screwed. I think United are screwed if he loses that one game there. So Liverpool against Tottenham. Now, I will briefly touch Tottenham because I want to go into a more intense previews, but just briefly talking about this. Big break, long break. I don't know whether there was some Liverpool fans or someone that told me that Liverpool actually do really well after I don't know whether it's that they do really well after an international break or they do really badly just after an international break. I'm not sure which one it is, but I think for Liverpool and Tottenham, they both need to win this game. They need to win this game. Let me be very clear. A draw ain't good. For Liverpool, for sure. For Liverpool, a draw is done good because City are going to destabilize Fulham Football Club. They're going to get destabilized. Tottenham shouldn't risk it because Tottenham's situation is United, Arsenal, and Chelsea are very unpredictable. They're very unpredictable. Because you see that whole Cardiff game that Chelsea have? I don't trust Chelsea and Sarri now. Speaking of which, I will get to Chelsea. So I just think between Liverpool and Tottenham, Salah has to get back to scoring. I don't want to create this whole Salah versus Mane thing. That's not what I want to do. So let me just be very clear here. I never ever promoted a Salah v Mane thing. But this is what my beef was. I came out and said Mane is Liverpool's best attacking player. Liverpool's best player is Van Dijk. He's their best player. Liverpool's best attacking player is Sadio Mane. That's what I said. And then people said, no, it's Salah, it's Salah, Salah. And even under pressure of when Salah scored all of those goals, I still said, yes, Salah scored all those goals, but I still feel like Mane is the better player. He's a better footballer. And he's a better attacking player. And people just kept driving this down my throat. That's no, Salah, 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 Salah. And I was like, okay, let's see him in the second season. Because I believe that he's a one-season wonder. Now, let's go deep into this whole one-season wonder thing. Let me grab a Dorito. More quality. With regards to the one-season wonder thing, I was wrong and I was right. I was wrong, but I was right. I was wrong because I said, okay, I 50 marks and he scored more goals. So I was wrong pertaining to goals. But was I wrong pertaining to performance? And Salah has still played well. But nobody can deny that we have seen him struggle. And I believe that a lot of that struggle is to do with his over-eagerness to compensate for this new role that he now has in world football. You know, Juju Man will say like this, the Egyptian icon and everything. So you could argue, performance-wise, last season, quality, amazing, clutch, always there. Everything he touched turned into gold. He had the most amazing touch you could ever see. Everything was just crisp, boom, on point. To a point where he's rushing his chances, snapping at shots, getting dispossessed, not passing to Firmino, not passing to Mane, not making the easier passes. And he is so eager and over-eager to score. So maybe I could be right in that sense. Now, I don't wish ill on a fellow African. Why would I? He's a fellow African, you know. You have to go through Egypt to go to Nigeria, so you know. But all I want is just the truth. And I just want people to accept the truth that I said before, that Salah is Liverpool's goal scorer. Their best attacking player is Sadio Mane, Coutinho's biological father. And some have said he might be, it's not been fully confirmed, but some have said he might also be Salah's biological father. So I think Mane is fathering two people at the moment. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, because let me be real right now. Mane bets on not open the scoring again. Let me just say, Mane better not open the scoring yet again. Because if Homeboy does, if Homeboy opens the scoring yet again, but with regards to Tottenham, man, that new Tottenham stadium looks sexy. So we can insult Levy all you want, say blah 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 blah. I've seen a few pictures of that thing. That stadium looks crazy. So I will definitely be tuning into that Tottenham Crystal Palace game, because yeah, I mean that's stadium looks flipping intense, man. All right, so we've got another super chat here. Babe, well, just very quick, just to talk about Tottenham. Look, man, I just think that with regards to them, they need this top four. They're not winning the Champions League. Get that thought. Oh, man, Tottenham are not winning. Tottenham are not beating Man City over two legs. That's not happening. City are in their heads rent-free. They live in their heads rent-free. So that's not happening. So I just think that, Tottenham, um, if they can get a win here, it would be big. But I think the key thing to getting a win, I feel that these guys, Harry Kane has to come up big. He's going to come up really big. And I think that's why I really want a lot from Harry Kane, because he has set the bar really high. The guy is a quality striker of the ball. Arguably one of the best and most accurate, purest strikers of the ball there are out there. But I just want him to I want him to do what Aguero does, where you're taking the game by the scruff of the neck. You already know how I feel about Son. Son is that dude. Son is that flipping dude, y'all. So you already know how I feel about dude. But this will be a tough game for Tottenham, though. It will be a tough game for Tottenham. But let's just see what they can do and how they can ride. Llorente still has a job as a professional football player, by the way. Just wanted to know. So I'm from Saswat Pan again. Thank you very much for your super chat, Mr. Saswat. What can the Netherlands team do in Euros 2020 and upcoming World Cup? We have a good set of players with an amazing captain and play great football. Thanks for the super chats there, Saswat Pan. The Netherlands are one of the most exciting teams. You've got, I think it's Promise that plays for Sevilla. You know about Depay. You know about Van Dijk. You already know about Wijnaldum. You already know about Frankie de Jong. You already know about Dele. I mean, these guys have some very, very technically skilled young players. And they have a very, very, very good manager. They have a very good manager. I think they are they're an outside bet for Euros 2020. I'm very interested to see what they do at the World Cup. See, the next World Cup, I'm very interested, because I think if they can just keep this team, keep this squad, De Jong develops for Barcelona. The elite develops for Barcelona as well. And these young guys maybe move to bigger clubs. We now see Van Dijk grow more into the role of captain and so forth. Why isn't Van Dijk the Liverpool captain, by the way? If we can see that happen, I think that their focus should be the World Cup. Of course, any tournament you should be in, you go in there. I think the Euros is too soon for this team. That Euros is France's, really. If France are serious, I don't see anybody beating France at the Euros. That squad is too deep, it's too strong. And I just think the tactic they have and their mindset, I don't think any team beats France at the Euros. So I think really France should do the one. France should really be on a three swipe. They should have won Euro 2016. They obviously won the World Cup. And I don't see anybody beating them at Euro 2020. So I think Netherlands Euro 2020 is just to really make an impact and just really get back. Because again, we've not seen Netherlands in tournaments for football for a while. So seeing them back in tournament football will be great, because Netherlands have been missed. That whole orange thing has been missed. So I don't think they will. Euros, maybe they get semis max. If that, semis max. World Cup, let's look. Because remember, Netherlands are still yet to win a World Cup. They're still yet to win a World Cup. 2 World Cup finals, flopped. No, 3 World Cup finals. Yeah, 74, 78, and 2010. So I think the World Cup is really where they should be aiming for right there. So yeah, boy, yeah, thank you very much for that super chat right there. So yeah, man, guys. I think obviously this week, we discussed a lot about this whole transfer thing. So, very briefly, because I think this is a nice segue into the whole transfer thing. Chelsea and Sarah. Because I've seen some quotes from Sarah about Houghton Odoi. So Houghton Odoi was picked by England, played, got an assist, almost scored, was very impressive. What does Sarri do now? So does Sarri now say, so it's William, Pedro, no, William, Pedro. So I'm very interested to see what goes through this guy's mind. I'm very interested to see what goes through this guy's mind, man. He has to start. If Hudson-Odoi doesn't start, something needs to be done. So let's just really segue from that. Because I am worried about that Chelsea card. Okay, because that's a game that Chelsea could easily just draw 1-1. Transfers. Let's talk Zad. Let's talk Zad. Now, I had a great collab with Nick Sports. Hopefully, you guys have been watching Hope Meets Banter. Hopefully, definitely. We're watching. So hopefully, I'll be doing more collaborations with Nick Sports. I think that was really good. Coming together that we both had. So I think one of the points I was reading that was very interesting was by Kyle. In my view, this is just in my basic view, Zad is Chelsea's best player. Zad is top 5. Relax, don't type, don't respond, don't type. Zad is top 5. So Chelsea's best player is top 5, minimum 175. So if you're top 5, someone's best player, minimum 175. So that's just how I'm viewing it. But there is a caveat and there are different complications involved. If the transfer ban goes through, so this point of Carlos making. So if the transfer ban goes through, let's paint the full picture. Transfer ban goes through. Chelsea don't get top 4. They don't win the Europa League. Zad, you can call Zad, he's unambitious and everything. There is no way in hell Zad signs a contract extension if that happens. So I'm just painting worst case scenario. So if that happens, and Real Madrid say, all right, 70 mil. And then Chelsea say no. Then it's like, okay, January will just get him for free. And that is horrible business to let your star player go for free. But let me bring my boy Danny T of Talking Tactics to the mix. Let me bring your boy Danny T. Now, Danny T said, this is what boy Danny T said, take the L. Take the L. Supermodels, guys, cut the check, please, sponsor me, cut the check, Supermodels, cut the check. So Danny T said, take this. So I said, okay, what do you mean by take the L? Keep him for a year. Try and see whether you can get him to, because remember, you cannot bring in any, so if the transfer ban goes through, you can't bring in any new players. So you will need Zad. Keep him there. You bring back all those players who are on loan, all those young players, and surround them around Zad. You give yourself the best possible chance of doing something next season. Then if it goes for free, it's hard. Horrible business sense. Take the L. Take the L, because if the transfer ban goes through, Chelsea sells Zad for 70 million. Chelsea are not getting a Zad replacement for 70 million. Wait, what the hell am I saying? So if they're selling for 70 mil, transfer ban goes through, you can't buy anybody. So we'll be relying on Pulisic to lead Chelsea to glory in a league that has Pep's Man City that will get stronger, Klopp's Liverpool that will get stronger, Emirates Arsenal that will get stronger, Solskjaer's United that will get stronger, while Chelsea can't get stronger. So it is a horrible position that Chelsea are in. It is an absolutely horrible position that they're in right now. All the chips, all the bargaining chips are with Real Madrid. They hold all the flipping cards. So what do I think will happen? So what I think will happen, what I think should happen. What I think will happen. Hazard leaves this summer. I think that's what I think should happen. Try and keep hold of that. Screw it. Keep hold of it. But I'll be very surprised if Zad doesn't join Real Madrid. I'll be very surprised. And if Chelsea lose Zad, guys, Chelsea are screwed. If Chelsea lose Zad, Chelsea are flipping screwed. Flipping disaster. Because as I said, City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, United will all get strong. They will all get strong. While Chelsea will be relying on a bunch of youths that they have to now call back from loan. Bad situation. And as for Zad, so for me, I believe that Zad is Real Madrid's main target. But be very clear here. If Real Madrid gets Zad and they still have Brixima as a striker, nah. No. Like, Asensio isn't a starter. He's great off the bench. Asensio is not a starter. Benzema is trash. Once every blue moon, he may do something amazing or something. He's a trash striker. So Real Madrid need a caddy. Without wonder, because that woman is trouble, they need a caddy. So, no, guys, this is going to be a crazy summer. I don't think the transfer record will be broken this summer, but I think some very interesting moves will be made. 300. Now, someone told me that it was a 500 mil euro thing that Zidane has. It's going to be interesting because if Real Madrid can get Mbappe, that changes everything. And this is why I said on my Nick Sports thing. That Mbappe transfer is impossible. PSG, no way in hell are they allowing a 20-year-old World Cup winning prodigy to leave. No way. That's your future there. But if I was advising Mbappe, I'd say, Kylian, do you want to improve? Do you want to be better? Screw Neymar. All Neymar cares about is bloody Hollywood. That's all he cares about. All that dude cares about is just bloody Hollywood and just whatever. Do you want to be that dude? That's what I'll say to you. Do you want to be that dude? So if you want to be that dude, here's your challenge. Dethrone Messi. I said it. We already know that you at 19 was better than Messi at 19. That's already a fact. You already embarrassed him on the same pitch at a World Cup. You already did that as well. The final blow is go to La Liga, dethrone him. I'm gonna tweet this out. Go to Real Madrid, and your directive is, because Messi has taken over La Liga. They rule the roost. And they've embarrassed Barcelona. Sorry, they've embarrassed Real Madrid. Barcelona made a mockery of Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. The Bernabeu is Barcelona's training ground. So If they ask you, okay, where's Barcelona's training ground, and they start driving to cars and say, yo, okay, wait, I beg, make una just turn around and they just go down to that Madrid place, Bernabeu. That be that Barca. That's Barca's training ground. Is the Bernabeu. Embarrassing. So what I say to Mbappe is, what are you doing in Ligue 1? Are you truly happy winning 6-0, 5-0, 7-0, hat-tricks, 4 goals, getting knocked out in the Champions League second round? PSG will never win the Champions League. Newsflash, they will never win the Champions League. These guys are a bunch of losers. Losers. Bona fide losers. You want to prove that you're that dude? Because I know that you could be that dude. MK chip. Kylian, look. Let me go in now. Kylian, look. The throne is there. Messi has sat on this throne for too long. Deservedly so. Deservedly so. He has sat on his throne. It's time for a new king. It's time for a new king because nobody has been able to dethrone him. We thought it would be Neymar. That loser failed. People talk about Cristiano. He's a goal scorer. He ain't on Messi's level for footballing wise. Doesn't have Messi's footballing IQ. So forget him. You're the prodigy. What are you doing in France? Pick up the phone. Call Zizou and say, I'm your dude. Build a team around me. I'm ready for the challenge. Because let me tell you this right now. I respect Zad. Zad is top 5. Zad is dethroning Messi. Zad is not enough to dethrone what Messi is, because Messi is still hungry. Because they've won La Liga this season. Messi wants to defend next season and the season after that. Because he wants to. Because what Messi wants is, until I retire or I leave Barcelona, I'm winning the La Liga every single season. So what you gonna do? How will you react? Because we're hearing the elite. We're hearing De Jong. And that De Jong looks very good. De Jong will fit very well. The Oos will improve. Look how good the Oos is now. Imagine what the Oos will be next year, in the next few seasons, if he improves. I'm not hearing homeboy Jovic from Frankfurt. So, this is what I'm trying to explain. Okay, let me quickly answer this super chat, because I don't want to miss the super chats. So Armchair Critic asks, do you now think Neymar... Okay, wait, I don't want to just lose my train of thought. So Armchair Critic, I will answer that. Let me just I don't want to lose my train of thought. Kylian, like Real Madrid, you need a superstar. You need let me repeat myself. To dethrone Messi, you need a superstar. Zad is a star. Zad is top. He's top 5. Zad is that dude. Zad is not that dude. To quote, Jody's corner. Like, Neymar is that dude. Messi is that dude. Like, that dude. Mbappe is that dude. But Mbappe could potentially be a dude. You will not be that dude at Paris Saint-Germain. Listen to what I'm saying. Pick up the phone. Call Zizou. Tell him, I'm your man. Tell him I am your man. I want to dethrone you now. It's real. Guys, it's real. Guys, I can't call the Champions League. But I don't know whether I've said this before or anything. This Champions League is very difficult to call. Oh, sorry. Before I forget the super chat. So, Armchair Critic, do you now admit that Neymar's move to PSG was wrong? That's a great question. Because it's complicated. And I hate answering it like this because I always want a direct answer. It's yes and no. But ultimately, no. But I've got to put the yes in there because I cannot deny that it was the right move that a guy of Neymar's quality to want his own team. A guy of that quality cannot be a side piece for anybody. Even a Messi. Someone like a Neymar, if you're a superstar, which we know that Neymar could potentially be, you've got to have your own team. And I don't believe that we saw the best of Neymar personally. He would have still have been successful, won trophies, but he would not been able to really embellish himself because he was always playing off of and deferring off of what homeboy thingy was doing. But the way things have happened right now, discipline. Discipline. You see, what I thought was give Neymar all he wants. Give him the arrogance. Make him do whatever he wants. Let him be free. Let him be everything. He will deliver you the Champions League. Hate him all you want. Despise him. He will soak that up. Use that energy that everyone has from him, and he will win that Champions League for you. He hasn't. I don't give a damn about whether you got injured or not. I'm not in the business for excuses. It's 2019. I'm not in the business for excuses. And you see, you can't be arrogant, have things catered for you, and not deliver. Nobody cares about a freaking Ligue 1. No one cares about some stupid flipping Ligue 1. You were brought to win the bloody Champions League. So everything is catered for you. Everything is nice. Your brothers, you have your own hotel. You know, your coaches have to pretty much tiptoe around you. People have to say, oh, we're going to get on Neymar's good side, and you don't deliver the Champions League. Get the hell out of here. So yeah, I'm sure ultimately, yeah, maybe it was in 2019 or right now, maybe it is the wrong move. Because what have you achieved? What have you achieved? You've achieved nothing. You've achieved nothing. Oh, I want a Ligue 1 and a French Cup. You've achieved nothing. Either you win the Champions League or you fail, and you're a flop. So Neymar has been a failure and a flop for PSG. That's a fact. Anybody that tells you otherwise is stupid, doesn't know football, and is a moron. Simple as that. From Egg Boy Hero, let's not forget. So yeah, again, thank you very much for the super chats. Let's not forget Neymar's idol is Robinho. Is it? Is that Neymar's idol? I have no idea. I didn't know that was Neymar's idol. I thought Neymar's idol was Ronaldo. No, I thought it was Dino. Also, Do you know that there are some people that believe that Ronaldo, like Neymar, was better than Ronaldinho? Do you know how sick that is? Oh, yo, from Nippon Sharma. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. Much obliged. Apparently, Zizou has Raheem Sterling on his radar, and I'm on the brink of inducting Mbappe unless he moves to Real also. Which young England players have potential to be world class? Yeah, I would probably induct Mbappe if he doesn't leave. Sterling, interesting, but I don't think Sterling will move. Which young England players have the potential to be world class? Guys, let me tell you this right now. I put out a tweet. I say, which country has the most exciting young players coming through? England or France? Overwhelmingly was France. And people say, oh, this is obvious. Don't sleep on England. I believe this is perhaps the most exciting era for English football that they've had in a long time. Raheem Sterling is tier 2. You can argue that Raheem Sterling is perhaps the best winger in the world. You can make that argument. Jadon Sancho is extremely talented. An extremely talented player. Very talented indeed. His dribbling skills are amazing, and just his ability on the ball is flipping amazing. Callum Hudson-Odoi is a quality player as well. We've seen what he's done with a very few stats from that dude, Maurizio Sarri. So we have Sterling, we have Sancho, we have Hudson-Odoi. Loftus-Cheek is another really good player. Attacking midfielder. So we've got 4 guys who are doubly certified as these are good. But as I said, potential to be world class. Guys, don't sleep on Sancho. See, for me, the thing about Sterling is a great attacking weapon. See, Sterling is one of my favorite players right now because I just love what he stands for and just him as a guy personally. Don't sleep on Sancho. Hudson-Odoi, I still need to see more. I've seen enough of Sancho to say, let him just stay at Dortmund, keep improving. Stay at Dortmund, keep improving. Because his dribbling, how quickly he dribbles, his ability to beat a man, and just his confidence on the ball, and what he's thinking of doing, the things that he's thinking of doing on the pitch and ways of beating players, and just his overall confidence of what he's able to do, I'm like, I've got my eye on you. So I really believe that Sancho is going to, I think out of that crop, Sancho, Hudson-Odoi, Sterling, I think Sancho is a guy where, remember, 5 years is a long time because in 5 years' time, Cristiano would pretty much be on the brink of retirement. Messi will be near retirement. And Sancho, what's 19, 20, 21, 22? Sancho will be like 23, 20, 24. So this is even before his, remember, guys, Sancho is 18. So homeboy is 18 and is on the radar. United are even looking at him. So that's why I say for Sancho, if my advice for you, stay at Dortmund. This was my advice for Pogba as well as Juventus. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. You're not ready yet for United. Stay at Dortmund. Keep playing the Bundesliga. Just keep playing, keep playing, keep playing, keep playing, keep playing, keep improving, keep getting better, keep improving, keep getting better. But got my eyes on Sancho. So guys, look, man, England, man. England have some very exciting players coming through because, as I said again, speed with skill is very dangerous. Speed with skill is very dangerous indeed. From Spacely. So from Spacely, yeah, thank you very much for your super chat from Spacely. You said Hazard is not that dude. Talk to whose corner? Oh, no, basically, no. There's this YouTube channel that is called Jody's Corner. And basically, he just talks about how, he was talking about how, with pertaining to Nick Fury, how in Captain Marvel, he was not that guy, boy. He was that guy, blah, blah, blah. So when I just say that Hazard is that dude, but he's not that dude, there are levels of being that dude. Like, Hazard is that dude. When Hazard plays, Hazard at his best is that dude. But Messi at his best is that dude. Where, no, there are levels. There are flipping levels. So, but guys, let me be real with you. So, I mean, as we wind down here, man, you know, what time do we have? Oh, no, we still have a bit of time. Guys, man, this Champions League, I can't call it. This Champions League, I can't call it. It's because I was saying a Liverpool Juventus final. Yes, that's what I was saying. A Liverpool Juventus final. I don't know why. I just see Liverpool beating Barcelona. Call me crazy. I know Messi took the mic in prison and said, "Homeboys, we're going for the seal." So Messi took the mic. He said, "Look, we're going for that seal. We're going for that seal." Because the beauty of this Champions League is Cristiano wanted this season. Messi wanted this season. Because Messi wants a treble of trebles. Messi's priority is that seal. As I spoke to that flipping dude. Oh, okay, yeah, Spacely says, yes, I watched that channel too. Those guys are dope. Yeah, thank you, Spacely. Yes, look, quality. Like, I mean, because I remember watching a bit of them last year. But yeah, because remember, I mean, as much as I talk about football, guys, I am a huge film dude. Like, literally, my love for football and my love for film are identical. They're literally like this. So, and people say I'm literally a film encyclopedia. Like, my film thing is ridiculous. Like, literally, when I wake up, it's 90minutes.com, firstrain.net, imdb.com, Reddit. Like, those are like my websites that I go through. So I'm obsessed with films, TV shows, and so forth. Speaking of TV shows, I'm actually I'm watching the original Star Trek series. So I'm going from the beginning, watching the original Star Trek. So I'm gonna just finish watching the original Star Trek series. Then I'm gonna go to Homeland because they put a new season of Homeland on Netflix. I've watched the first 3 episodes of Vikings, so I think that one really takes a bit of time to getting used to. So once I finish Star Trek, watch that season of Homeland, and then basically my decision is Vikings or Narcos. I've watched Narcos Mexico. Narcos Mexico was bloody good. People say, "Oh, it was not good." No, Narcos Mexico was bloody good. Like, that thing was flipping hilarious. So yeah, so basically it's going to be between either Narcos or Vikings. So those are the ones. Because I don't like. There's a lot of good TV. Like, I think finding a really good film is tough. So you have to really pick and choose. But yeah, it's tricky. Armchair Critic, another super chat here. Messi is the top 3 best players ever. Not great, 100%. Yeah, Armchair Critic. Yeah, if we put greatness out of it, 1000%, Messi is one of the best players of all time, based on just skill and ability. Based on just skill and ability, let's take greatness out of it. Achievements, greatness, but just based on just ability. You know what? Let's separate. Let's just say defensive and attacking wise. Based offensively, I say number 1 is Ronaldo pre-knee injury. Second is Messi. And then third, maybe Dino or Ronaldo. But I think, for me, Ronaldo pre-injury, for me, is still the best attacking player of all time. Second is Messi. Second is Messi, you know, for sure. Let's talk a little bit of TV. I think you guys are getting into TV right now. I think I put this out there. Game of Thrones. The thing about Game of Thrones is this. That first season, phenomenal. Again, guys, please, guys, don't spoil it for anybody. Don't spoil it for anyone. Because I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. Don't spoil it for anyone. Don't any spoilers. First season, amazing. I'm still pissed off with how it ended. Still pissed off with how that thing ended. Because that thing still, I was like, really? Really? But the writing has gotten worse. The acting has gotten worse. Some of my favorite characters, not, So, but guys, let me tell you this. I don't care about Lord of the Rings. Okay, anything. The battle scenes in Game of Thrones are hands down the greatest things that have ever been seen. The direction, the cinematography of the battle scenes in Game of Thrones, because for me, like, I am really into fantasy. I'm really into fantasy. So I told you, those White Walkers, like episode 9, season 2, either season 1 or season 2, that had that the battle and the thing where Tyrion was the main guy. Crazy. The Battle of the Bastards. Like I think I was watching it here and I was like, this is insane. Like this is insane because you have the scope, the epicness, and the dread. Like you really feel like, man, how are they going to make it out of this? So no, I mean like those. That's why for this last season, I just want to just see how it ends and those flipping battle scenes, man. That's just what I just said. I just want to see those flipping battle scenes. Okay, so from F-Babs, Punisher season 2 gets better and Rick and Morty. Okay, now look, let me talk about Punisher right now. You see, I don't have my wallet with me. Basically, my wallet is a Punisher wallet, but the Punisher like in the cartoon form. Frank Castle is one of the best characters ever created. Like his psychology and what it stands for is very controversial. But for me, in many ways, not always, but in many ways, I agree with his philosophy. John Bernthal, who plays Punisher, quality. Like that's first season, especially how it ended, like the violence and how hardcore it was, quality. Who is this girl in this new second season? I mean, who is she? Like that's why I stopped, because two things. The girl pissed me off because I was like, she was very annoying, and I think the actor is Ben Barnes, the guy that plays Jigsaw. I'm not a fan of his acting. Like his acting was very hammy, but I will finish it though. I will finish it because John Bernthal is just so good, and you see, the best Punisher, the quintessential Punisher, I believe, was Dolph Lundgren, the one that he played in the film. So that's the best one. But I just think for as far as best acting, what John Bernthal does, quality. Like quality. Yeah, Rick and Morty. I mean, I tried to watch a bit of Rick and Morty. I think I don't really get the jokes. I don't really get the jokes. And for me, like, I would rather say Ren and Stimpy is actually better. So I think as far as a cartoon that's edgy and out there, Ren and Stimpy, those guys are definitely those flipping dudes, man. All right, man, guys, I have to go. It's been swell. I will see you guys on Monday. I will see you guys on Monday, and we will have more football talk and more film talk. So, guys, we will talk film, we'll talk movies, we'll talk TV shows, and we'll talk football and review everything on the weekend. Guys, it's been swell. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. Stay black. Stay white. Stay yellow. Stay green. But stay true. Peace.